So good evening all of you, this is Parth Karatia and we are again back with a new LeetCode problem, question number 263 in the LeetCode ugly number. So let's first move to the question. An ugly number is a positive integer which does not have the prime factor other than 2, 3 and 5. Given an integer n, return true if n is an ugly number. Okay. So first let's take example, input n equal to 6 and output with true because the factor of true are 2 and 3. Input n equal to 1, output true, 1 has no prime factor. Okay. N equal to 14, it is false because it is not ugly since it includes prime factor 7. We need to find an ugly number that does not have 2, 3 prime factor other than these prime numbers. Okay, so we need to find that number, or we have to simply return true or false value. So our approach is basic. First we will create an array that will include 2, 3 and 5, and we will simply divide the number by these all three arrays, and after dividing that number by this 3 value, it must return 1. If not, then it simply means it has another divisor other than 2, 3 and 5. Okay, and before that we will simply if condition, if my number n is less than or equal to 0, then we will simply return false. So let's move to the question. First we will initialize if condition. If my number n is less than or equal to 0, then we will simply return false. Okay, now what we will do, we will first initialize an array that will include 2, 3 and 5. Okay, so int array equal to 2, 3 and 5. Okay, now we will apply for loop, array of I. Now we will apply for loop, what will do, okay, now we will apply for loop, and after applying for loop, what will we do? We will simply divide this number one by one to the n, and after dividing these three numbers, if it return 1, then we will simply mean that number is ugly number. Okay, so for int I equal to 0 to I less than or equal to array, I less than equal to array of size, okay, and I plus plus. And first we need to check if my number is divisible by this number or not. If not, then we will simply return false. Okay, so while my number modulus array of I equal to 0, then number equal to number divided by array of I. Okay, and after doing this all, if my number equal to 1, then I simply mean that simply return n equal to 1. Okay, let's test it. Okay, so this is the right approach. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you.